All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a seat. Go ahead. Come on, sit down. I don't have time for this crap. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Commander and I'm going to be briefing you on the SCP you're about to go study. So before we get into it, I had numerous notes in my suggestion box. I don't know why this is a thing, but if you absolutely want to know, and remember this is classified, well, half of you probably won't survive the testing anyway, but this is classified. So keep this just amongst yourselves. Yes, Masters of the Universe, the film that came out in the 80s, was indeed a documentary filmed in real time. Just keep that to yourselves. Highlander, that takes a very, very, very high security clearance. Can't tell you about that one. But anyway, we're looking at SCP-4789, Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-4789 and its DVDs are kept in a standard safe class locker. Description: SCP-4789 is a pair of promotional cardboard 3D glasses produced for the 2005 movie The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. While using SCP-4789 to view a movie, subjects often describe the experience as more immersive or real and report auditory and sensory hallucinations, providing the sensations of rain, wind, heat, vibrations, and other stimuli in the movie viewed. Repeated uses of SCP-4789 result in anomalous effects occurring near subjects while they sleep. Subjects are never woken by these effects but report significantly improved moods after waking normally. These effects include sounds of indeterminate source, such as loud footsteps, roars, explosions, or engine noises, reptilian and Salacian bite marks appearing in nearby walls, significant changes in ambient temperature, small electrical discharges, and objects within the room moving as if underwater. Addendum: D-19060 was allowed to view a movie using SCP-4789 and equipped with a prototype OJOS Dream Visualizer system. Now I have a log here for you. This is the 4789 Dream Log. I'll clue you in as to what's going on in this log here. Visuals suffer from slight interference. D-19060 appears to be in a large rocky plain at night. Volcanoes can be seen in the distance, as well as a large inky black cloud taking up half the horizon and obscuring the moon. Thousands of similarly black entities of various shapes and sizes walk ahead of the cloud. A woman dressed in orange armor releases a large explosive blast from her eyes, aimed at tentacled extensions of the clouds. Beams of solid light extend from the moon, piercing the cloud. And for the sake of keeping this moving along, we'll refer to D-19060 as just D. Quit fucking laughing, children. D. My finger's gonna go through. D pushes his finger into his palm. The finger appears to phase through. D. All right, it worked. Wait. D looks down at his arms again and sees that he's wearing colorful, gemstone inlaid armor. D. Oh yeah, duh. D begins to run toward the cloud. A large cloud arm erupts from the ground and swings in a wide arc, throwing multiple entities aside. D is knocked down from the shockwave. D. Damn. A purple-skinned humanoid clad in iridescent armor helps D to his feet. As a blob of dark substance is launched at the two of them, the humanoid bisects it with an oversized glaive. The halves of the blob dissipate into smoke. D. Whoa, thanks. Purple humanoid. T-Bill. D. What? T-Bill? T-Bill. There's more where that came from. Let's go make waves. T-Bill runs off and proceeds to engage other dark entities. D. I need to find the commander, leader, whatever. A volcano emerges from the ground to his left and erupts, briefly blinding him. Interference intensifies for the next minute. The OJOS system becomes warmer. D. Probably that way? As he runs, D looks up and sees a flying Viking longship equipped with rocket engines flanked by 6 shiny metal spacecraft flying towards the volcano. A 500-meter tall gaseous entity manifests and emerges from the cloud. The entity resembles a large 3-headed dragon with several gorilla-like arms protruding at random locations. At this point, we hear nothing but static. The visual returns. A gigantic four-armed mechanical battle suit grapples with the dragon while the Viking ship and its escorts provide suppressing fire. D finds an abandoned motor vehicle with one oversized wheel on front and a jet engine pointed downward on the back. He boards the vehicle and drives it toward the volcano. D. I think it's safe to say I'm dreaming. A large blue armored tyrannosaur charges up the volcano wielding a glowing red and black blade. On its back sits a human woman with pink hair. Woman, forward! The woman stands up and runs toward the back end of the dinosaur's spine. The dinosaur whips its tail, sending the woman flying towards the dragon's head. The woman emits a bright light. Woman, not destruction, not a simple flame. The woman shouts, and a flare of light erupts from the volcano, enveloping both her and the dragon. D punches a worm-like dark entity in the face, and it explodes in a shower of seashells. A high school marching band walks forward, destroying more entities with the shockwave emanating from their instruments. A large wheel-shaped dark entity rolls toward D, and the band scatters. Male voice, "Be gone!" Now at this point, a tall man wearing gemstone-covered armor and wielding a great sword makes a crushing motion with his free hand, and a large number of green beams emanate from within the wheel entity, destroying it. D pauses. D. No way. King of Green World? King of Green World. Eric! Welcome back. D. Yeah. It's me. A green glow envelops the King of Green World for a few seconds. King of Green World. The other kings will be glad to see you once I regroup with them. D. What is this place? The King of Green World frowns. King of Green World. Are you quite all right, Master Eric? I would have thought you'd known your mission front and back by now. I shall, retrieve the Ancient Weaver. She'll know what must be done. The King of Green World taps his ear. An ovoid shape made of glowing woven fibers appears in the air. The fibers separate and the blue tyrannosaur previously seen emerges. King of Green World. Ancient Weaver, I will take my leave now. The 10 gems require my backup and the magnet fields. The Ancient Weaver nods. Ancient Weaver, may your sword remain ever sharp. The King of Green World whistles, and a green dragon-like creature with butterfly wings flies in. The king climbs atop the creature and flies away. The Ancient Weaver turns to face D. Its left eye is mechanical and glows red and appears to scan D. Ancient Weaver. Eric. D. Please, Ancient Weaver. I just want to know where I am. I haven't even thought about the King of Green World or his brothers and sisters since I was like 14. Ancient Weaver, you dreamed them. Where did you think they went when you no longer had need of them? Something isn't right. You've been a valued warrior here for years. The kings and queens rally under your banner. They flourish under the power of your memories, and yet... D, I feel like I've seen you before. Ancient Weaver, every soul that dreams has seen me. The Ancient Weaver holds her sword outward and twists it, causing D to become entangled by a mass of thread. She sheaths the sword, and the thread turns into crystal. At this point, the OJOS system freezes for several seconds before reconnecting. The machine is beginning to reach its tolerable heat limit. D. Hey, wait! Large comets, composed of the dark cloud, begin to fall on the ground in the distance, scattering the large black scorpions upon impact. Flying fish resembling ocean sunfish arrive to engage the scorpions. Ancient Weaver. Look, there is no time, and the darkness in the air grows stronger. If in fact you have been compromised, I will try my hardest to save you. D, at least get me out of this so I can go home. Ancient Weaver. Guillermo and Wilberto were right that your people have so much to offer. The world of dreams. The purity of light, the vastness of possibility, the courage and the strength to fight for what you love. Small wonder that the darkness seeks to attack you, most of all. The Ancient Weaver reaches her arm out and phases it through D's head. D, what the fuck? Ancient Weaver, I'm not sure how much of this you will remember with this abnormality in play. If you retain anything at all, let it be that it's your duty to dream a better dream, and we in turn shall fight to make it real. The Ancient Weaver pulls a metallic thread from out of Dee's head, causing severe static. Ancient Weaver, interloper. Yes, we've met before, I believe. Please do not interfere again. The Ancient Weaver turns to her right and draws her sword in preparation. Ancient Weaver, everything that is or was began with a dream, and unless I, Palsinor, stand resolute at the head of these worthy warriors, everything will end with a nightmare. The ground shakes. The cloud parts and a large amorphous mass with several dozen legs crawls forward. An indistinct face emerges from its front and roars loudly. The Ancient Weaver spins her sword in a circle. The crystal trapping Dee shatters into dust. Ancient Weaver. He reformed more quickly than we thought. King Sapphire, Jerkiam is at my position. A loud thunderclap is heard. Ancient Weaver, Dreamwalkers, it's now or never. At this point, a large number of people, all clad in various costumes or armor, materialize behind the Ancient Weaver. Each one is wearing an instance of SCP-4789. Ancient Weaver, Dreamwalkers, summon your creations. As they once helped you when you created them, now help them. Help us win this war, once and for all. A man in blue armor wielding a gigantic shard of sapphire as a sword rides in on a large animate stuffed turtle. He swings his sword upward and several hundred duplicates of himself form from the ground. Meanwhile, a humanoid in a spacesuit flies down from the moon. Ancient Weaver says this to Dee. Either tell me to free you or stay and fight alongside us. Dee, to himself. It's all coming back. Yeah. I'll fight. The Ancient Weaver smiles. She draws another weapon from her back, a black and swings it in a tight pattern. Miniature solar flares fluctuate along its edges. Ancient Weaver. Dance with me again, Jerkiam, but you will not darken the stars we have earned. King Sapphire. Let us expel it from this plane. Forward. Jerkiam ejects 8 of its legs, which orbit it rapidly. After accelerating, all 8 legs break orbit and speed toward Dee and the others. King Sapphire shouts, and a wall of solid crystal blocks the legs and shatters. King Sapphire waves his sword, and the shards of sapphire spin and destroy the legs, reducing them to smoke. The Ancient Weaver vocalizes, and shimmering, spiderweb-like portals appear in a ring around Jerkiam's center. She stabs her sword into the ground, and bright beams of light emerge from each portal, striking Jerkiam. A white cloud appears in the sky and brains fall from it to hit Jerkiam, exploding on contact. Dee reaches down to his belt. A weapon appears that wasn't present previously, and Dee draws it. It is an oversized gun with the barrel shaped like a shark head. Jerkiam charges forward, still smoking from the beams. It partially splits itself down the middle, and bolts of electricity are released. Ancient Weaver, get down! Dee immediately wakes, and the OJOS system overloads and bursts into flames. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was SCP-4789. No more movie questions, okay, in my suggestion box. I know that you've heard down in the hallways, here and there throughout this whole fucking place, that yes, some of these movies are actually documentaries and we release them as films. Quit asking. And what? D-34797. No, I'm not. No. I am not going to tell you about Star Wars. Get the fuck out of here.